My fiancé chuckled at the idea of a prenup and declared, "You either take me as I am or we're done." I calmly responded, "All right." Then I contacted the wedding coordinator and called off everything. She realized it when she arrived for her final dress fitting, only to find the shop empty. Hey viewers, quick note. Only 8% of you are subscribed, and the channel's growth is stalling. If you're enjoying these stories, hitting subscribe would really help us keep going. Thanks. I'm David, 38M, sitting in my home office while my ex-fiancée leaves frantic voicemails. This all went down 5 days ago, and I'm still wrapping my head around how quickly things fell apart. On Monday afternoon, I was going over contracts when my attorney, Jennifer, called. "David, the prenup's ready to sign. It's clear, protects your company and house, exactly as we discussed." Some context: Rebecca, 31F, and I had been engaged for 8 months, dating for 2 years. She moved into my place last year when her lease ended. Felt like the natural step. I run a construction firm, built from scratch over 12 years, now valued at about $2.3 million, plus my home and investments. The prenup was simple. My business stays mine. The house I owned before meeting her stays mine. Her assets stay hers. If we divorce, she'd get fair support based on how long we were married, but no claim to what I built pre-relationship. Sensible and fair. Thanks, Jennifer. I'll bring Rebecca tomorrow to go over it. That night I cooked dinner, salmon, her favorite. Kept the mood light, poured some wine. Rebecca, Jennifer finalized the prenup. "We can review it tomorrow and sign if it looks good." She glanced up from her phone, surprised. "Prenup? I thought we settled this." "I'm not signing one. We touched on it when we got engaged, but I never agreed to skip it. My business and assets need safeguarding. It's just prudent." Her face changed, not shocked, but irritated. "David, I'm not signing something that says I get nothing if we split. That's not what it says. It protects what we each brought in and ensures fair support if things don't work out. I don't care what it says. I'm not signing." Warning sign number 1. I stayed composed. "Rebecca, this isn't up for debate. I won't marry without protecting my assets." She laughed. Actually laughed. "Protecting your assets? For me, that's offensive. It's business, not personal. Marriage is personal, David, all of it." She stood, hands on hips. "Here's the deal. Marry me as is or we're done. No prenup, no contracts, just us." The ultimatum lingered. 2 years together, and she was revealing her true colors. "All right," I said. She smiled, thinking she'd won. "Good. I knew you'd come around." "No, Rebecca. All right, as in we're done." Her smile faded. "What? You gave me 2 options. I'm choosing not to marry." "David, you're not canceling our wedding over a piece of paper. It's not about the paper. It's about you showing me you think marriage means you're entitled to half of what I built before we met. That's not partnership. It's opportunism." She stared for a long moment. "You're serious? Dead serious? Fine. Think it over. You'll change your mind." She stormed upstairs, slamming the bedroom door. I didn't think it over. I called Jennifer right away. "Jennifer, it's David. Stop the prenup. Cancel everything. The engagement's off." "David, are you certain? Prenups can stir emotions. Maybe give her time." She laughed at it and gave me an ultimatum. "Marry her as is or not at all." "I'm choosing not at all." "Got it. I'll close the file." Next, I called the wedding planner, Sandra. "Sandra, David Mitchell here. Cancel the wedding." "Oh my, David. Is everything okay? The wedding's 6 weeks away. Everything's fine. The engagement's over. Cancel all vendors and arrangements. Send me the cancellation costs." "David, this'll be costly. Lost deposits, fees, probably around $28,000. "I understand. Cancel it all." "What about Rebecca? Shouldn't she be part of this?" "Rebecca made her choice. I'm making mine." I spent the next 2 hours calling vendors, photographer, band, florist, caterer. The venue was the biggest loss, $15,000. Catering was $8,000. It added up fast. Tuesday morning, Rebecca came downstairs like nothing happened. "Morning, babe. Coffee's on." I was at the kitchen table, confirming cancellations on my laptop. "Rebecca, we need to talk. If this is about last night, I forgive you. The prenup was hurtful, but we can move on." "There's no moving on. The wedding's canceled." She froze, mug halfway to her mouth. "What do you mean, canceled?" "I spent last night canceling everything. Venue, catering, flowers, music, photos, all of it. You can't cancel our wedding without talking to me. You gave me an ultimatum. I accepted it. I didn't mean cancel the wedding. I meant drop the prenup. That's not what you said. You said marry you as is or not at all. I chose not at all. Her face flushed. This is crazy. You're throwing away our relationship over money. I'm protecting myself from someone who thinks they're entitled to half of what I built before them. That's what marriage is, David, sharing everything. No, Rebecca. Marriage is building a life together, not claiming what I worked for before you came along. She started crying, real tears, but I held firm. Where am I supposed to go? This is my home too. This is my house, Rebecca. Your name's on nothing. You can stay through the weekend to find a place, but we're done. You can't just kick me out. I'm not kicking you out. I'm ending the engagement. Stay a few days, but we're not playing house anymore. She stormed upstairs, slammed the door, and made phone calls, crying and ranting about my unreasonableness. Friday was tense. Rebecca barely spoke, just glared and made snarky remarks. Saturday, she left early, saying she was dress shopping with her sister. I didn't mention there was no dress appointment. Sunday evening, my phone rang. Unknown number. David, this is Michelle, Rebecca's sister. What's wrong with you? Hi, Michelle. What's up? Rebecca showed up for her dress fitting today, and no one was there. The shop said it was canceled. She's a wreck. The wedding's canceled, Michelle. I told her Tuesday. You can't just cancel someone's wedding. I can cancel my wedding, and I did. Do you know how humiliating this was for her? Standing outside like a fool. Rebecca knew it was canceled. If she didn't believe me, that's on her. She thought you were bluffing. I don't bluff, Michelle. You're ruining her. She's been planning this for months. She ruined it herself by refusing the prenup and giving me an ultimatum. That prenup was a slap in the face. I'm protecting 12 years of work from someone who thinks marriage means claiming half of it. Michelle hung up. An hour later, Rebecca came home, sobbing. The shop was closed. No appointment. I looked like an idiot. I told you the wedding was canceled, Rebecca. I thought you were being dramatic. I thought you'd come around. I did come around to my senses. That's why we're not getting married. Update 1. 2 weeks later, the past 2 weeks have been a whirlwind of guilt trips and drama. Thanks for the support. Good to know I'm not crazy for protecting my assets. Rebecca moved out the following Tuesday. Her parents showed up with a U-Haul acting like I was the bad guy. Her dad tried to strong-arm me. David, you're making a huge mistake. Rebecca's a great woman. I'm sure she is, Mr. Thompson. Just not for me. You're throwing away something special over money. I'm protecting 12 years of work from someone who thinks she's entitled to half of it for existing. Her mom was in tears, pleading. She loves you, David. She's just scared. Mrs. Thompson. Scared people don't laugh at reasonable requests and issue ultimatums. They talk and find solutions. Rebecca tried one last tactic while packing. David, I'll sign the prenup. Let's just delay the wedding a few months and... No, Rebecca. Why not? I'm giving you what you wanted. Because you're only offering now that you've lost everything. Your first reaction was to demand half my life's work. That shows me who you are. People mess up. I was emotional. Emotional people don't laugh at their partner's concerns. Entitled people do. She left crying. I felt bad for a moment, then remembered her laughing at the prenup. The financial hit, $28,000 in cancellation fees and lost deposits. Pricey lesson, but cheaper than a divorce. Socially, I lost some mutual friends who think I'm cold. Kept the ones who get that protecting your work isn't selfish. The next Wednesday, my business partner Mike called. David, heard about the wedding. You good. Better than good, Mike. Dodged a disaster. Rebecca seemed nice, though. She was nice when things went her way. The prenup showed me what happens when they don't. $28,000 to prove a point is steep. $28,000 is nothing compared to losing half my company in a divorce. Thursday, Rebecca's friend Sarah called. David, Rebecca's a mess. She's at her parents', crying nonstop. I'm sorry she's hurting, Sarah. But she chose this. Her choice? You canceled her wedding. After she refused the prenup and gave me an ultimatum. That prenup was insulting. She felt you didn't trust her. Trust isn't the issue. Smart business is. I don't trust anyone with my financial future. That's why I have insurance and lawyers. Marriage isn't a business deal. Parts of it are, Sarah, money, property, legal obligations. Rebecca wanted the benefits without the protections. The best part? My sleep's been amazing. No more quiet worry about Rebecca's comments on our money when discussing my business. No more wondering why she was so curious about my financial records. Update 2. 1 month later, just when I thought the chaos was over, Rebecca pulled one last stunt. Last week, my bank's fraud team called. Mr. Mitchell, this is Janet from First National. We've detected suspicious activity on your accounts. What kind? Someone tried to add an authorized user to your checking account 3 weeks ago. The request came online with your login, but our system flagged it due to an unfamiliar IP address. My stomach dropped. Who was the user? Rebecca Thompson. She had access for about 6 hours before we locked the account. 3 weeks ago, Rebecca was still in my house. Janet. What could she have done in 6 hours? She accessed balances, transaction history, and tried to transfer $15,000 to an external account. Our large transaction hold blocked it, requiring phone verification. She tried to take $15,000 from my business account? It appears so. Please come in to secure your accounts and file a report. I was at the bank in an hour. Janet showed me the logs. Rebecca logged in at 2:17 a.m. the Tuesday before I ended things, spent 4 hours downloading statements, and tried the transfer at 6:23 a.m. The night after our prenup argument, while I slept, she was trying to rob me. Mr. Mitchell, this is wire fraud, a federal crime. You need to file a police report. I called Jennifer. Jennifer, meet me at the police station. Rebecca tried to steal $15,000 from my business. David, that's a felony. Are you sure you want to pursue this? She tried to rob me while living in my house. Yes, I'm sure. The police report took 2 hours. Detective Williams was thorough. Mr. Mitchell, any idea how she got your login? She lived with me. I worked from home sometimes, might have entered passwords near her. She's tech-savvy, works in social media. The attempted transfer suggests planning, not impulse. What happens now? We investigate. If the evidence holds, we'll issue a warrant. Friday, I changed all passwords, closed old accounts, opened new ones. The bank's cybersecurity team added extra protections. Saturday, Rebecca called. First time since she left. David, I heard you went to the police. Hi, Rebecca. How'd you hear? A friend at the bank said there was a mix-up with our accounts. Our accounts, she couldn't stop. No mix-up, Rebecca. You tried to steal $15,000. That's not true. I was checking if you were hiding money from me. By transferring it to yourself? I wasn't going to keep it. I was making a point. What point? That you didn't trust me. You were obsessed with the prenup, but hiding assets. It's my business account, Rebecca. Of course you didn't have access. If we were partners, I would've. We were engaged, not business partners. Now we're nothing. She hung up. Sunday, her dad called. David, this police stuff needs to stop. Hi, Mr. Thompson. Rebecca made a mistake accessing your account, but she didn't take anything. She tried to take $15,000. The bank stopped her. She was upset about the wedding. You can't ruin her life over this. Mr. Thompson, she attempted wire fraud, a federal felony. She's young, made a bad call. Accessing my account and trying to transfer money isn't a bad call. It's a crime. Monday, Detective Williams called. Mr. Mitchell, our investigation's done. The evidence is clear. Unauthorized access, attempted transfer, premeditation. We're issuing a warrant for Ms. Thompson's arrest. What's the charge? Wire fraud, computer intrusion, attempted theft, federal charges. Final update. 3 months later, Rebecca was arrested last month at her parents' house. It hit local news when her dad resisted and got arrested too. The legal process was clear-cut. Rebecca's lawyer claimed she was confused about account ownership due to engagement stress, but the evidence was airtight. Bank logs showed she targeted large balances, studied transactions, and opened an account to receive the funds. Hard to argue confusion when you set up a transfer destination first. Rebecca pled guilty to avoid trial, getting 2 years probation, restitution to the bank for investigation costs, and a felony record that'll stick. Her parents blamed me until the sentencing. Mrs. Thompson called the day before. David, please ask for leniency. Rebecca's learned her lesson. Mrs. Thompson, I'm not the prosecutor. This is federal now. You could tell them she's not a criminal. She committed wire fraud. That makes her a criminal. This is breaking our family. Rebecca broke your family by committing felonies. Financially, I'm fine. The bank covered security upgrades. I'm out $28,000 in wedding costs. But it's a small price compared to what Rebecca planned. Socially, most people who know the full story, prenup refusal, ultimatum, attempted theft, support me. The few who think I'm harsh aren't people I need around. I'm dating again, keeping it light. The prenup talk happens by date 3 now, it's a great filter. My business partner, Mike, nailed it. David, you didn't dodge a bullet. You dodged a missile with your name on it. The best part? I sleep soundly. No more wondering if Rebecca loved me or my money. No more ignoring red flags, thinking love fixes everything. Love doesn't fix wire fraud. The prenup wasn't about distrusting Rebecca. It was about protecting my work. Her reaction showed she saw marriage as a ticket to my assets. Her theft attempt proved she'd take them without marriage. To any guy considering skipping a prenup because it's unromantic, think of Rebecca. The woman who loves you will protect your assets as much as you do, because your security is hers. The one who refuses and tries to steal, she was never in it for the long haul. She was in it to take what she could and leave. Rebecca laughed at my prenup and gave me an ultimatum. I said all right, and learned she was already planning to rob me. Best decision I ever made.